But usually normal students, they don't like everything.
Mm.
Huh?
Mm. So I did my math homework always. That was the first thing I would do, because okay, basically you just do the calculations and then it's over, it's finished. But there's no end to studying grammar or studying vocabulary, because you never know it perfectly, right? So I would always try to study enough to get a 6 out of 10, just enough to pass.
So for children, how to get them like to study is difficult, huh?
I think it's really difficult. I think even for adults it's difficult.
How about work?
It's the same. It's also difficult.
Many people don't want to go to work.
I mean, there is a saying that basically the things that you don't want to do are the things that you should do most. So, for example, I was making software when I started the company in 2007. I was focusing very hard on making software perfect and working hard on that, and really losing my time, and really was into it and making it better and better. But what I wasn't doing was calling prospective customers and making sure that the people who had shown an interest, I kept in touch with them. So because I really didn't like doing that so much, I didn't do that. But what was actually for me the absolute more important than making the software was making those calls. But a lot of people do that. They work hard, but they work hard on the things that they want to work hard on. The things that they don't do, they postpone. I think everybody does that. But it's super stupid, because actually, this is, especially when you have your own company, that's very stupid.
Why stupid?
Because it hurts you. Ultimately, I need to eat from that, right? But if I don't do the things that I need to do, then that seriously endangers your chance of being successful.
What do you mean?
I mean, basically, because I did not keep in touch with my clients, then basically they lost interest and they started to go their own way, and I lost my relationship with them, and therefore I couldn't do more business with them. So, and it's just because I thought, in the morning, what do I want to do most? Let's look at the code. Maybe I want to make this feature on top of it. So I'm really getting lost into that and focusing on that, and having the idea that you're making progress, but actually what I should have been doing is making sure that I keep everybody on board and listen to what they wanted.
Right. Of course, yes.
So that's also a form of, just like a kid, just doing the homework that he wants to do, but not doing the homework that he actually should be doing on the things that he's not really good at, or kind of weak at. So you were doing math homework because you're good at it, right? I was working on the software because I liked it, because I really thought I was really making something beautiful. So that's also a kind of discipline, where basically people just kind of like run away to the things they don't like.
That's the reason why I cannot find out the kind of book. It's almost difficult, to writing down many situations, many cases.
How to motivate yourself.
Like a geography, how is you going to like it?
Yeah. How to motivate yourself. Well, for me, geography, for example, is kind of fun, because for me, geography is like imagination, just like history. Like, okay, if I think about Vladivostok, what would that city look like? What kind of people would live there? What kind of culture there? What language do they speak? How do they make a living? Is it cold during the wintertime?
Yeah, good point.
That's makes it interesting for me. So for me,
Good
it's
point.
Geography is
Good point. And you need, as somebody shows children, image of the geography,
Right.
image of something. So the physical life, like a elementary first year school, physical life work. Okay, you can experience like this, and then he or she going to feel like a more interesting way.
Right.
Like geography, okay, geography. He never go there, but he can get the feeling of that location, like a radio stop. What kind of city is it? So yesterday I watched YouTube last night. H. Shibusawa is one of the founder of Japanese company, Meiji era. But this YouTube is they made very well prepared. So everybody watching that video. It's probably NHK prepared, but this is very good one.
NHK is good at that.
Yeah, very interesting to watch this video. Kind of sort of things is I think children are very much interested to watching that instead of reading book.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I also do that. Instead of reading a book, sometimes I just switch on YouTube and just listen to it. And don't even read it, but listen to interviews or programs like that. So while I'm cooking or whatever, it's just.
That is I'm writing a book is based upon YouTube at the global level and the conspiracy and geopolitics and so forth. I'm collecting YouTube. And just to watch it, and then watching YouTube is more interesting. Get inside,
Right.
instead of reading it.
So, but basically, what we are doing, I think, what we are doing is we are when we are studying, it's kind of like finding. It's a way of exploring, right? Because you are thinking about something and you are unclear about certain things, and you're trying to fill in that picture. So basically, there's the demand before you. As an adult, you have the luxury of pursuing your interests. So you just go wherever you want to go, and you study whatever you want to study, until the level you lose interest. But that is we forget that a lot of kids are just being forced to just study whatever we tell them to.
So it means for teaching children is to try to show video, try to show cartoons.
Yeah. So that's modern education. It does that.
Does that?
Yeah, in the Netherlands it does it. So it's much more vivid. Well, I remember when I was 10 years old, we were doing something like calculus or something. I don't remember, but anyway, we got the first. We learned about half and quarter and 1/3 and things like that. And the teacher was getting on the table in the classroom, and he dropped a saucer on the ground, which of course broke. And then he would take the pieces and start to explain about.
What do you mean sauce?
Saucer, a thing that you put your cup and saucer, a plate, a little plate. You put your teacup on. It's called saucer in British English probably.
So it means the education system we need to drastically change. Like Japanese education, they try to teach using official textbook and force them to read material text.
Right.
But this is not good for them.
That's not always interesting. So sometimes also you need to like make it concrete. Like if you're lucky, like for example, when I studied geography. In my mind, I was trying to imagine those places and try to think.
Why they don't change, educational system?
We do in the Netherlands. We do. The educational system is completely different from when I went to school. It's much fun. Parents are much more, but at least my niece. So I went to school, and I sometimes when I was in the Netherlands for a couple of months, I taught the kids. Or I came to school during the lunch break, and we would play, and I would read to the kids, etc. That was not the case when I was in school at all. And the way that, like I just explained, that they don't have like teaching math and teaching about economics, but it's more